What is going on? We are here at Speedway Harley-Davidson, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new 2023 Harley-Davidson Nightster. So this is the new 2023 Nightster, and the one thing I'm noticing cosmetically that they did is they took the cowl off from around the headlight on this bike. But other than that, it looks pretty similar to the 2022. But let's go over some of the specs. So this bike comes with the Rev Max 975 motor, putting out 70 foot-pounds of torque and 90 horsepower. It's got a lean angle of 32. It comes with a 2-in-1 exhaust. You're going to get a seat height of 27.1 inches. It comes with a 3.1 gallon tank that is located directly under the seat. It weighs 481 pounds, and it comes standard with ABS and traction control. It has an analog speedometer with a digital display. Here's a look at your controls. Over here, you have the option to cycle through different modes, as well as your horn and your headlight controls, such as high beam and flash. And your turn signals for left and right are both located on the left handlebar. On the right, you have your run switch, your ignition switch, your mode button, your traction control option, and your hazards. And the bike is very sleek and does resemble the previous generation Sportster. But let's see how she rides. Okay, let's get her cranked up. So one huge difference this Sportster has from the previous generation Sportster is ride modes, and we're going to try them all out today. So let's start off in rain mode. So if you're a beginner rider, rain mode is probably going to be a good spot to start because it tones down the responsiveness of the throttle quite a bit. So when you're rolling on throttle, it's not going to be as responsive to give you that quick acceleration, and it won't be as jumpy, which is great for newer riders who still haven't mastered throttle control. So let's see how she accelerates in rain mode. From a dead stop, rolling on all the way, and as you can see, it's not a ton of acceleration. It's not going to just take off. The lean angle does feel really good. One thing I will tell you is the Nightster feels a lot lighter than the previous generation Sportster, and that's probably because of the lower center of gravity. You got your fuel down low right up under you. This is basically just an air box, so it's going to feel a lot more nimble. And it definitely, it's noticeable. It feels like an extremely lightweight motorcycle. So rain mode is not the funnest. We're going to go ahead and switch out of there. We're going to hit it. You got to roll all the way off throttle. Once it's done blinking, you're in the next mode. We're in road mode. Let's see how this feels. It's definitely a better throttle response. This thing is quick. I wasn't expecting that. It's definitely a different throttle response, and this is kind of the mode you're going to want to be in for everyday riding while you're out riding a motorcycle. So real quick, before we get up here and I test out sport mode, let's talk about the ergonomics of the bike. So I am 6 feet tall, probably around 220, 230 pounds, and the bike feels comfortable. It has mid controls. I don't feel really cramped up. I am leaned over just a tad as far as to reach the bars, but if you'd like to sit more upright, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a ton of different aftermarket bar options that are going to come out if they're not out already. The seating position is definitely comfortable, and it feels a lot more roomy than your traditional Evo Sportster. The display has perfect illumination where I can see everything. There's bright sunlight behind me, and it's not washing out my display at all. We're actually going to switch into sport mode here, and I need to get in front of this truck. And we're going to test it out up here. Once I get past that light, I will do a roll on to see how she performs as far as accelerating. One thing I am kind of noticing is it doesn't feel like the torque is down low. It feels like you're feeling that torque curve kind of midway through the RPM range. It's not like the Sportster where as soon as you twist that throttle, all the torque's down low. All right, let's see how she accelerates. Whoa. I literally just slid back. Okay, yeah. The bike is extremely quick. I will give it that. It's definitely faster than your traditional Evo, and the ride feels extremely smooth. This bike is quick. I've ridden the Sportster S as well, and the Sportster S does feel a lot quicker, but this one does feel lighter and more nimble, and upon acceleration it kind of simulates that it's going faster than the Sportster S, when in actuality, you know, the Sportster S has a bigger motor, more torque. It is a little bit quicker, but this bike is definitely fast. The suspension feels really good. I'm not feeling any of these road imperfections, but I still feel connected to the road. This is definitely a nice entry-level motorcycle. This bike, being a part of the Sportster family, is definitely claiming its name, Sportster. It is definitely a sporty little motorcycle. Now, you have two options when it comes to the Nightster. You got this Nightster as well as the Nightster S, which the Nightster S is going to come with that front cowl and a few other options on it. Once we get one of those in, I'll definitely go out and do a demo on that one and tell you if I notice any differences between that bike and this bike. One downside I'm noticing from the new Nightster versus the Evo motors is the sound. The Evo has a totally different sound. It has more of that Harley blub 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 type of potato type of sound. This one definitely has a new age sound to it. I'd love to hear this bike with the aftermarket pipe on it just to see what it sounds like. It is extremely quick. So this bike likes to live in the higher RPMs. I can definitely tell that. It kind of reminds you of a mix between something like a naked motorcycle and a cruiser, because naked motorcycles like to be up in that higher RPM. That's where the torque, that's where all the power is, and it kind of feels like that. That's what's coming out of this Revolution motor as well. I'm having too much fun with this acceleration. We're gonna do it again. Oh! Woo! There you go. Man, this bike is quick. One upgrade I would suggest for this motorcycle is an aftermarket seat with a little bit more lower lumbar support, because when you rip on this throttle, you're gonna end up sitting behind your seat or on that rear fender, because I definitely slid back quite a bit there, but it's worth it because it's fun. Man, oh yeah. So this is the new Sportster, people. This is what we have to look forward to continue with that Sportster legacy. A lot of people previously were complaining and wanting 6 gears on the Sportster. Well, this one has 6 gears. It's going to run cooler because it has the liquid cooled motor in here, so that's why it's able to rev so much higher, and it's extremely nimble. Look, I mean, this thing is so flickable. It just feels extremely sporty. My first impressions on it is, I mean, I like it. I really do like it. The last time I rode this, I don't think I really laid into it, but this bike is quick. I can't tell you enough. You've got to get out and ride one of these. This is the newest generation Harley-Davidson motor. You've got to feel it. You've got to see what Harley's been working on behind the scenes, and you can tell they're definitely all about the performance now. This baby, whew, it is quick. It is fun to ride. It is nimble. I mean, it's fast. This bike is fast. If you're someone who loves that performance aspect, you want to go fast, this might be the perfect bike for you. It's still comfortable, but it's so quick. It is so quick. I'm gonna pull up here, take a couple pictures of her here. All right. And it's so nimble. Wow. They definitely got the balance on this motorcycle perfect. They got it perfect. Comment down below. What do you think of the new addition to the Sportster lineup, the Nightster? Do you think this is gonna be able to fill the shoes of the Evo? Have you ridden one of these? If you haven't, why haven't you ridden one? If you'd like to ride one, give us a call to schedule an appointment for a demo, or just stop into the dealership and let us know you'd like to demo it. Anything on the floor at our dealership is available for demo ride. So if you see something on the floor and you're like, I'd love to ride that, I've never ridden one of those, just ask one of our associates. They'll get you out on a demo. But here's one final look at this beauty. What do you think of the Nightster? Make sure you're subscribed, like this video, share the content, comment down below. And if you haven't subscribed and you're subscribing right now, make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we're putting up these review videos and everything Harley-Davidson. We'll check you out in that next one.